Yeah. Imagine that you are sitting on a chair, and when you want to stand up from the chair, you use your hands on the two sides in the chair, and you pull your back up and move forward. So the upper side of your body is moving forward before up and forward before the legs, because the legs told the body to do so. The same goes if you are running or jogging. Your back is supposed to move in the way that your legs is telling it to. You don't move your body more than you should, because you will fall down, or you will have to slow down so that you don't fall down. Or you will move, if you move your back backwards more than you should, you will end up slowing down more than you should. So your back movement depends on what the legs wants. With the horse, that goes for his neck when he's running, because the horse uses 4 legs, not 2 legs. So when he's running, on his front legs, or his hands we call it, the neck is moving the movement that the hands are telling it to. So the horse sometimes pulls the neck or moves forward, sometimes he moves it up, sometimes he bends the neck, sometimes he leans on the bit, and so on. So the movement that the horse does with the neck depends on the hands and what the hands do. So if the hands told the back to, told the neck to pull forward, you will end up pulling forward. If the hands tell the neck to bend the neck, so the neck will be bent behind the vertical or another bent, and so on. So the neck movement depends on the front legs or the hands and what's it telling it to do. Imagine that you force the horse to just bend his neck. Do not pull forward, do not move up, just bend your neck. Even though in that situation he wanted, or he is supposed to pull, but he did not. He is supposed to bend the neck behind the vertical, but he did not. He is supposed to lean on the bit, but he did not. So he did a movement that he is not supposed to do because of something. That something is going to be one of two things. You, as a rider, who's forcing him to do it with your hand, I can see that it's bad. So the horse will fight you back and become worse, and use that position that you are forcing him to do against you. You are forcing him to pull, he will use that against you. You are forcing him to bend his neck, he will use that against you, and so on. Or the other option is an equipment or a tool forcing the horse to do that certain movement, and he cannot fight it back as a position, even though he's fighting it back as an energy. For example, the martingale on the reins, or even more so on the martingale on the halter, when it's just one piece tied to the halter of the horse and tied between the horse's hands or legs on the saddle. In that case, imagine that you are leading the horse, pulling the rope as strong as you can, as short as you can, towards his chest. In leading, a well-trained horse is supposed to stop and move back when you do that, right? Imagine that while you are pulling the rope down towards his chest and backwards, the horse is galloping, and just not stopping, not just not moving back, he's galloping, while someone else is riding him. So he points or directs that energy, right or left or forward or backwards, even though that energy is not normal, because the horse is fighting something that he is supposed to please. He's fighting the martingale tied to his halter, which is supposed to be like my hand when I lead him on the halter, and he's fighting it back. So that energy, even though it's giving you the speed you want, is not normal. The horse is fighting something back, and while he's fighting it, you are directing him or pointing him to the direction you want. So he is giving you the movement you want in a very fast way. But that fast way is not normal, because it's a bad negative energy that he will use against you when it really matters. For example, a fast turn, a fast halt, a fast gallop from walk or from a full stop, and so on. But that same exact horse will give you all these things. When he really wants to bolt, you can't even stop him. When he really wants to buck, you can't even stop him. When he really wants to rear up, you cannot even stop him. So where is the real control? If that movement, fast movement that you did, proved that your way of riding really controls the horse, where is the real control when the horse totally disagreed with you? So the closest example to make you understand what's happening when you ride the horse with the martingale, especially the one on the halter, is imagine that you are running while bending your back forward like you want to bow down. It will not be a normal run. Imagine that you want to stand up from a chair while someone very strong holding your upper body down towards the chair. You will have to use your lower side or lower body more than you should. Is that normal? No, it's not. So the same goes for the horse. So why is that unnatural, not normal thing became a good thing for some riders? Because they want the view. I want a fast turn, a fast stop, a fast gallop from a full stop that people will like when they see a video, and that's it. I know that the horse has a bad behavior. I know that doesn't mean that I'm really controlling the horse. I know that the horse knows that he will be completely out of control when it really matters. All that does not matter to the rider because he's riding for the views. He's riding for the fans. He's riding for the people who will watch his videos. But when your way of riding depends on a result that you want, cowboy wants a result with the cows. A Spanish rider wants a result with the horse in front of the bull in bullfighting. A dressage rider wants the result he wants in the dressage test in front of the judges, and so on. In my case, I want a real control and real disagreement with an Arabian horse, open place, no saddle, no martingale, no whip, no spurs, no local police, and I want to control him. Control him means he wants to move faster, I'm able to move him slower. He wants to move slower, I'm able to move him faster. He wants to change his direction suddenly from something he's afraid of, I'm able to make him go to it. He wants to buck, I'm able to stop him instead of bucking. He wants to rear up, I'm able to stop him and move him back instead of rearing up, and so on. So, real control and real disagreement without equipment and tools do not and will not happen or be achieved unless you ride in this method of riding or style of riding. That's why you don't have other options if you really want the same goal. If you want other goals, then every way of riding can be good in other different goals, even though the main goal is one, but the road or the way to the goal is completely different.